After your self-portrait is traced, we're going to begin using markers to outline our clothes. We're not going to do this on our skin or our hair or any personal details. We're just doing this on our hair and our clothes. If you added things like a scarf or earrings, you could do your markers here as well. You're going to start with one color, just using the thick side of your marker. So you could turn it on its side or you could just push down nice and hard to outline a section. We're not coloring anything in, we're just using that marker to outline. You can create different patterns with your markers. You could use all one color for each section, it's up to you, but just make sure you're only outlining and you're not coloring anything in. In my pom-pom, I decided to do a couple little small dots to make some details, but I'm not coloring the full thing in. To your clothes are outlined, we're going to go back in with a paintbrush and some clean water. I used pink, and the pink didn't show up very well at all once I added water to it. It was very pale and you could barely see it. However, we're going to make sure that whatever section you're in, you're staying with that color. So I was really trying to be careful and make sure that my paintbrush, when I was in my pink area, didn't touch the blue that I used in my scarf. You're going to be really careful that you're not touching other colors because they will start to bleed together. You only need a little bit of water on your brush for this step so that your colors don't overlap and all become super muddy. As you paint with your water, you'll see that your color will start to bleed into your water puddle. So take your time, just really carefully go along the edges and paint inside of whatever area you want to fill with color. If you're switching to a different color marker, make sure you rinse your brush really well. If your water gets too dirty and it starts to make your colors look muddy, your art star may dump it and refill it halfway. Because my pink didn't show up, I went back over my pink areas with a magenta color. If you were looking for a pink color, I would recommend using the magenta marker and not the pink one because the pink one really doesn't show up very well. It's super, super pale. Make sure we outline everything, then paint it all over with water and try your best to leave your hair and your face and any skin areas completely blank because we'll be using a different material for that area next week. Once all your clothing details are finished being colored in, you're going to carry it as flat as possible, like a pizza, to the drying rack.